G'day, my name is Chris and I'm going to try helping you with your sketchbooks. Now, I'm not going to try help you with whatever you're trying to do in those sketchbooks, but I am going to help you decorate those books. We're going to add a little spice, if you will, make your book pop, and when you come back to look at the page, you will want to revisit it. So, without further ado, let's get to some strategies to make that sketchbook yours and stunning to look at. Number 1. Theme for a book or for a page. This is purely up to you. But for a page, think of a theme, which will consist of a couple colors, a couple utensils, and try to have a subject matter relevant throughout the pages. For instance, on this page, I decided to only use a fine point marker. My theme was anything I could think of, but your theme could be anything such as spooky or home. The best tip to putting a theme down, in my opinion, is by limiting yourself to your book and a certain set of materials. And now your pages have a theme which could help work out your own style. Number 2. Arrows and lines. Now, this might just be me, but I think it's a good idea to highlight a drawing or whatever art product you created which you are proud of. This is also important for a later tip in the video. So, when you start, create some headlines and titles of what you're doing so that in a year from now, you can come back and look. Add some arrows showing where things are going and what they're doing. Your arrows could be purely for visual sake, or they could be for a reason. With a sketchbook, you can do anything, but overall, most people use it to improve, and reviewing your sketches could be as valuable as making them. So, create lots of arrows or lots of lines, if you want to do that. You don't have to do this step, but just adding some arrows and lines both fills up the page and adds a little meaning if you want to. Take care for a page. It's your art, so put time and detail in making those quick sketches a little something more. Take time to be patient. Enjoy yourself and don't be hasty. If you put a little care into your works, you most likely will see a higher quality in those sketches, and, in turn, will improve your final artworks. So put more effort into making them look cleaner, and then they will look better. Number 4. Experiment with materials, techniques, and subject matter. Be more diverse in your book, because if you do the same thing every page, your book becomes dull. This is up to you how diverse you want your book to be, but having a little bit of this and a little bit of that could spice up your book. So for instance, if you love doing landscapes, make a landscape character. It's up to you, and you probably never should trust a person on the internet. I personally think that adding a painting to a book can make the sketchbook more diverse and interesting. Like, oh, you can paint abstract now? What can this man not do? Number 5. Last of all, fill the pages up. This might be subject to you, but fill the page up. Get those drawings in. Make it look like you've worked so hard, taking up at least 80% of the page. But in reality, you've done one drawing of whatever it is. Do the work. Utilize lots of paper, because if someone else picks up the sketchbook, they'll say, "Geez, this person sure does love drawing in this sketchbook. There's so much stuff, la-di-da-di-do." Now, this happens. Sometimes you make something look hideous. Then you don't want to keep on working on the page, and that's okay if you don't do it too much. If you're mad, just go over it in black and make it look like a ghost. So yeah, basically, fill the page up and bam, you got a half decent sketchbook. Probably better than mine. So, overall, I don't know if you should trust what I'm saying. And yeah, it's up to you. But I'll leave this to you. A sketchbook could be a place of art. But why can't a place of art live in another piece of art? That's it. I am 14 and this is deep. Might make another video another time. And if you're wondering where I am from, I am Australian, and that would explain the accent, mate.